Bonjour. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about describing people.
We're going to start out with just a few definitions. So first we have an adjective. An adjective is a word that describes a noun. So an English example would be, she is smart. Smart is describing she. Next, word gender. We've mentioned this in the past. So in French, all nouns carry a gender. Nouns can be either feminine or masculine. Knowing the gender of the word is a necessary part of French. So when you learn nouns in French, you also learn whether they are masculine or feminine. Next, making agreements. In French, adjectives must agree with who or what they're describing. This means the spelling of the adjective changes if it is describing a masculine, feminine, or plural word. And you'll see how that's going to work.
So adjectives in their base form are masculine. So all of these here are in the masculine form. In most cases, to make them feminine, we can add an E to the end of the word. So listen carefully and note that the last letter of each word is not pronounced. So petit, grand, brun, blond, amusant, patient, intelligent, intéressant, français, américain. Okay, and the last letter of each word is not pronounced because we're only going to pronounce, usually, the consonants in the word careful. C, R, F, and L. In this case, they all end in T, D, N, S. Okay, so we're not going to pronounce any of those consonants, but we'll see how that'll change in the feminine forms. So here they are in their feminine forms. Listen carefully to how the sound changes in the feminine. We've added an E to make all of these words feminine. So we have petite, grande, brune, blonde, amusante, patiente, intelligente, intéressante, française, américaine. And here you can see those words just laid out side by side, so you can see the difference. You can see that petit becomes petite, blond becomes blonde, français becomes française, etc. Now, if the word already ends in an E, like all of these, okay, these are the adjectives in their base form, the spelling remains the same in the feminine. So they look the same in the masculine and the feminine. So we have sympathique, timide, énergique, égoïste, dynamique, populaire, sociable, enthousiaste. To ask how someone is, what they're like, okay, we're going to ask il est comment or elle est comment. The difference is il est means he is. Il est. Well, elle est means she is. So, what is he like? What is she like? So if we're going to describe a boy, we could say il est brun. Il est brun. Now, we could also include the boy's name. So if we're going to say the boy's name, we can cross off il, and maybe his name is Fabien. So we could say Fabien est brun, or il est brun. If we're going to say that he is not something, to say he is not, instead of saying il est, we say il n'est pas. Il est, il n'est pas blond. Il n'est pas blond. And again, if we wanted to include a person's name, we would just cross off the il and say the person's name. Fabien. Fabien n'est pas blond. For a girl, it's pretty much the same thing. So we're going to say, if we ask elle est comment, we can say elle est brune. Elle est brune. To say that she's not blonde, we can say elle n'est pas blonde. Elle est brune. Elle n'est pas blonde. All right? And just like with Fabien, we could include a girl's name. How about Sabine? We can say Sabine est brune. Sabine est brune. Or Sabine n'est pas blonde. Sabine n'est pas blonde. So either way, we can either say the person's name, or we can use il or elle, followed by est or n'est pas. The last expression that we're going to be learning is asking how to say or ask where people are from. So if we're going to ask a boy, we're going to say, or about a boy rather, il est d'où? Il est d'où? Where is he from? Or he is from where? And just like before, we can cross off il, and instead of saying il, we can say a boy's name. Fabien est d'où? Where is Fabien from? To respond, we can say il est de Portland. Il est de Portland. He is from Portland. For a girl, we can say elle est d'où? Elle est d'où? Where is she from? And we can say elle est de Paris. Elle est de Paris. Or we can insert a girl's name instead. Be more specific about who we're talking about. We can say Sabine est de Paris. That is all I have for you, so I'm going to wish you bonne chance, and I will see you next time.